Good morning, everybody. I got my mug of coffee and ready to go. Want to thank all of you so much for your emails and comments and phone calls. And Stephanie and Shannon, I enjoyed our conversations very much, and thank you for sending me the links to this article. I appreciate it. And keep up the great work, you two. Awesome. You guys are our heroes. All right, and I will put the link down below to this. Now, many of us know about the lawsuit, the CSA case that has been going on in Maine. And some have claimed to be, instrumental in getting it done. No. These survivors have done this themselves. I'm going to play the news report right here.
A former Jehovah's Witness elder at the Fort Kent Kingdom Hall is serving the maximum sentence for child sexual assault. The man was sentenced last year. Now there's a new lawsuit involving the same Kingdom Hall.
This suit is directly targeting the Jehovah's Witnesses organization. Pearl Small looks into what precedent that plaintiff is hoping to set.
A man who once held one of the highest positions in Fort Kent's Kingdom Hall spent years there sexually abusing at least 2 children. Former elder Ernest Fyans now sits in prison for those crimes. Meanwhile, the case that put him there continues to have a ripple effect.
It made me feel not as scared anymore.
Shannon Simondinger wasn't one of the victims in the case that led to Fyans' prison sentence, but she did testify against him during the trial, recounting her own allegations of abuse. She says those moments on the witness stand emboldened her to seek her own justice.
I wish I could have done it sooner.
Around 1985, when Shannon was 6 years old, she says 2 elders, Fyans and another member of the congregation, began abusing her both sexually and physically. She told her mom, who reported it to the police, but Shannon says that did more harm than good.
And then we were told to go to the Kingdom Hall the next day, and a table with the elders, including a couple of them that had assaulted me, and they made me pray for forgiveness.
For years, Jehovah's Witness congregations have required reports of misconduct to be handled internally. Shannon says this resulted in her being silenced, and her abuse continued for years.
It made me feel like I was worthless, and I was always scared.
Now, all these years later, Shannon says she still struggles with PTSD, depression, and fear that speaking out will hurt her relationship with her current congregation in Pennsylvania, specifically because she filed a lawsuit this month. But instead of going after her alleged abusers, she's going after the entire Kingdom Hall. Shannon's attorney, Michael Begas, says they are also targeting the organization's national headquarters in New York.
Our client experienced institutional betrayal as a result of how they treated her when she brought their claims to them and asked them to stop.
The Jehovah's Witnesses' New York headquarters would not comment on the lawsuit. However, they did say they empathize with all victims of abuse.
We want the Jehovah's Witnesses to take full and fair responsibility, not just empty promises and empty apologies.
Shannon says she hopes she can inspire other survivors to come forward and join her fight to set a precedent that this abuse will not be tolerated.
I would like to say I want to fix it all, but I'm sure that I can't, but I would like to try.
Just like the Fyans criminal case had a ripple effect, Shannon hopes her lawsuit does as well. Pearl Small, News Center, Maine.
Now, the article pretty much says the same thing that they said in the video, but I just want to highlight and reiterate what Shannon's lawyer says. They are trying to set a precedence, and that's the thing with these lawsuits, is setting a precedence, because now other lawsuits, other survivors, other lawyers can use these court cases as an example. And usually courts will agree with that judgment, usually. And like Shannon says in the video, her fight for justice extends beyond her personal experience. She hopes her lawsuit will encourage other survivors to come forward and join the fight to set a precedent that abuse will not be tolerated. I would like to say that I want to fix it all, but I'm sure that I can't. There's an honest, humble person because they know, just like us, it's not going to be one person, wanting to fix all of this. Many ex-JWs, activists, advocates, whatever you want to call them, want to fix this. They want to be the savior. And we know we can't. We can't. Many of us are humble enough to say it's not going to be one person that takes them down. And like we mentioned before, it's going to be the governments and these courts that are going to hurt Watchtower. I will put the link down below to this, and I want to wish Shannon and her lawyer the best of luck, and just know that there are many of us out here sending love and support, and anything you need, like I said, anything you need, elders letters, books, anything like that, organization books, elders manuals, anything to help. Anything to help. So thank you everybody for watching, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.